Hello, paint pouring lovers. Today I'm going to show you how to have some fun with some thumbtacks, creating different patterns to use as blocks and barriers for your ring pours. So basically you can just kind of come up with any pattern you want. I sort of set one tack here in the middle kind of as a guide so that I could build around it. And I mean, you could start with 3 and then build out. You could do 5. You could do obviously any number, make any sort of patterns, place them anywhere around on your canvas. Here I'm using a hexagon ceramic tile. I have 2 colors I'm using. They're both craft paint. The red there is a apple red, and the purple is one that I just mixed up myself to get a deep dark purple using red and blue. So I'm going to layer these in here by pouring them down the side of the glass. I realized here at the last minute that that last red I poured in was the wrong red, but I poured it anyway. And as you can see, you get a cool little sort of flower pattern there. I have decided that I want a little more to see a little more of the contrast, so I kind of loaded the cup here again with some more purple and a little bit more red. I'm mostly just using the Lazy Susan here to kind of shift the angles because my table isn't level and move it around for easy access to get to. Pulled the tacks off towards the center so I didn't drip across the rest of it, and I torched it just to remove bubbles. There is no silicone in my mixes here. So now I am going to tilt. I try to remember, I'm trying to pull the petals to each edge, and it's always best to kind of try to get back to center before going to the next edge. Sometimes I'm good at that, and sometimes I'm not so good at that. There is a lot of paint on here though, and I made a bunch of different little paintings with sort of the same color palette. I'll probably have some other videos to share with some of the other ones that I did. But this particular mix, I think if I had to do it over again, I would make the paints a little bit thicker in an attempt to keep the lines looking much more clean, because there's just, you load it with so much paint that it does have a tendency to shift a lot on its own. So I'm trying to just continually pour off as much paint as I can and maintain the integrity of the pattern here. And I'm sure your minds are already going with all the cool things that you could do with this concept. Here's maybe about 15-20 minutes later. You can see that you don't have as much detail. Also, I don't know what changed with my lighting in that time frame, but you can't see it as well. I apologize for that. But I decided that it needed a little more of the contrast and brightness right here in the middle, and to kind of pull it back together so it didn't look muddy where it had sort of slid a little bit. So I just poured some of that apple red in the middle in a circle and just took a little kind of a stylus type tool and spread it around. Decided I wanted it a little bigger and to not sink so much, so pulled out a straw to spread it around further. And then I go back in with the stylus tool and just kind of create some swirls to have it kind of blend in with the rest of the painting. So that's pretty much it, you guys, and I use this technique as a background for some other paintings that I hope to be able to share with you soon. Here is the wet, pretty little flower. That apple red looks fluorescent against the dark purple, but very pretty. In the next video, I do one where then I finish it off in the center with a blown flower. Here is what it looks like dry. And I intend to add a coat of resin to it when it's all done. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope to be back with another video soon. Take care and have a wonderful holiday.